Hello, I am Robin Hart of the Home Loans with Hart team. This is our weekly video where I share with you some insights to housing and mortgage news, along with some other crazy stuff. Let's get started and dive on into the rates and see where they've been landing. According to a survey presented by Mortgage Nuggets, the 7-day average of the 30-year fixed rate from over 200 lenders across the United States is about 6.63%. The 30-year fixed FHA and the 15-year fixed are still hovering slightly over 6.15%. What's happening? Well, mortgage rates have been on a slow, awkward step back, like they've entered the wrong room and now wish to erase the last year of stomping around. Well, sort of. All right. The actual slide in rates is actually mostly due to weak employment data. And if you have seen more listings, both in your neighborhood and in other areas you come across, most people are under the impression that housing is about to crash. Well, take a peek at this chart for a less knee-jerk reaction to our current markets. The fun fact is that, yes, inventories have come up. But the other fun fact is that they actually needed to. Take a look at the top left chart, and you will see in most places, inventory isn't keeping up with population increases. Yes, that's how we measure how many homes we truly need going forward. And if you take a look at the bottom right chart, you will also see we still have half the inventory we had back in 2017. So while inventories may be climbing, they're still not keeping up with population increases, and it's still a shortage. Coupled with low inventories, though, we've seen a steady rise in pent-up demand. This is the estimated share of about 25 to 35-year-olds that are living with their parents or in their parents' one home or another. The current rate is about 17%, which hasn't been seen since 1940, almost 100 years ago. And even though most Texans saw some reprieve on their property tax bills last year, some Dallas County residents may see their tax bills begin to creep back up. The average property value jumped in 2024 valuations by about 8.5% from 2023 to 2024. That means more taxes for both Dallas County and its nearby cities to the tune of $16.9 billion in increases. The City of Dallas Chief Financial Officer, Jack Ireland, reported to the City Council the bulk of those increases are from new construction. We'll probably hear from a few home buyers, though, later on in the year. Which brings me to my next point. Texas is big, y'all, and its population is getting bigger. According to USA Today, Texas is home to 9 of the 10 fastest growing cities in the nation. Most of these cities are suburbs of the DFW Metroplex, while 2 other cities are suburbs of Austin and 1 suburb of Houston. And on the opposite side of the spectrum, Texas only has 1 city in the top fastest declining cities in the US, and that would be the big town of Big Spring. California actually takes the lead with 3 declining cities, and while the rest of the top 10 cities of declining population are scattered around the southern states. And if you've got retirement on the mind, USA Today also surveyed which states not to move to. They came in at Alaska, New York, Washington, California, North Dakota, Massachusetts, Colorado, Maryland, even Texas and Minnesota. This was based on both affordability and overall well-being, while also analyzing quality and cost of healthcare, along with the weather, which would have been the big issue for me since I hate to be cold. All right. And since we are comparing states, this is kind of fun. The map shows the highest IQs that live across the United States. Now, Texas and Florida, we didn't do too badly, but Massachusetts came in at the highest, which is not surprising. They actually spend more than 3 times the national average on their students. The average state spends about $5,000 per student, while Massachusetts spends over $17,000 per student. Additionally, all educators are required to have their master's degree, which I think is fantastic. Go Mass. All right. And if you thought being an agent could not have become more challenging, there's a new uphill climb. Buyer agent commissions are on a downhill slide to 2.55% since the NAR settlement, which just happened recently. This means that we are just starting to see the decline and new challenges to transactions as we see buyer rep commissions continue to slide back. This means we have to work both harder and smarter and work together. All right. And this is interesting. Vets versus civilians. I love this. 38% of homebuyers are hitting pause until after the election. However, veterans are 10% more likely to buy prior to the election. Now, you might want to ask, what do they know? Well, they know quite a bit. They know it's easier to get the seller to either lower prices or increase incentives, so long as the majority of their competition sits on the sidelines. So I encourage vets to take advantage of the fear in the marketplace. Go get your home. And if you are one who finds yourself sitting on the sideline, you may want to take note from the vets who are still diving into home ownership. All right, let's get to the fun stuff and weird stuff. This is kind of a sad cautionary tale of generational wealth. Now, I know that's a buzzword and people love flying it around and using it. They've been throwing it around for years. Yet even billionaires can lose it all. Hermes heir, Nicholas Pugh, has suddenly found himself in a very awkward position at the age of 81. He's lost his fortune of a totaling $13 billion. Yeah, that's right. He's alleging fraud by his financial manager. Pugh's lawyers blame the financial manager, Eric Freeman, for mismanagement and the disappearance of Hermes shares. However, Swiss courts have dismissed the notation, and the prosecutor's offices are refusing to investigate because basically the guy never revoked Freeman's control over his accounts, nor did he follow up or check up on his finances himself. And here's some fun stuff. Yes, I had to laugh at this one. I don't know how many times I've been told I got into the mortgage business because it's easy. But it's usually spoken by someone with less than 2 years experience. And then I hear how they are looking for a change. So yeah, that's fun. And this is honestly the coolest thing. I cannot wait to tell you about it. The UK is putting new technology to use in an environmentally friendly way. So I absolutely love this. It hits multiple things. So in 2022, CNN reported that Britain's Royal Mint began a patented new chemical reaction to recover and reuse the gold and other metals within old circuit boards. And now today, they have a large processing plant for recovering this gold, and it's fully operational and boasts of the capacity to break down over 4,000 metric tons of circuit board trash and turn it into treasure. That's right. They turn it into hundreds of kilograms of gold and other treasures. Now, they are not actually pocketing the money, but they're actually using the gold to mint these gold coins and back an electronically traded gold bullion fund that allows investors to diversify into gold without any environmentally damaging mining activities. So basically making money with trash without tearing up the environment and putting technology back to use. It's absolutely amazing. It's the type of out-of-box thinking that we need to apply to bring a better future to our world. So I absolutely love it. So at the end of every video, we do try to address when is the best time to buy. The best time to buy and take advantage of a good market is while prices are holding steady. Sellers are willing to negotiate and the buyer competition is scared and sitting on the sidelines, which is right now, people, right now. And if you'd love to hear more, just follow us on social media. We're on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and the artist formerly known as Twitter. And I'm Robin Hart with the Home Loans with Hart team, where we are here to help you build wealth through the financing of real estate. We will catch up with you next week. Have a great weekend, and we'll catch up with you soon. Bye.